Hello YouTube. Okay, so this is my 5 days later video. The reason I'm doing 5 days instead of a week is because I gotta move pretty soon, so my computer's gonna be packed up and I'm not gonna be able to do anything on Wednesday. That's when my first video was. Um, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna do them every Wednesday or just pick a day and make them every week or every couple of weeks. But here we go. Had a few differences. Still kind of have a patch back here. Hopefully you can hear me. Where there's nothing actually dreading. Um, I noticed for those of you that do that, I like to take baths a couple times a week because it helps my back. I was in an accident when I was younger, and I have a bad back. I have a bad shoulder. Um, but I noticed that soaking in the water and the steam makes the knots not actually knot up. I also noticed that the any kind of clockwise circles seems to like rub oils out of your hair. So nothing was knotting up on top for, I know it's only been 5 days, well, 5 days since they started to actually knot, and noticed to be not, nonetheless. Um, One thing that I've noticed about these kind of dreads is that they seem to knot at the outside. This one, the knot is right here. One single one. Seem to knot at the end and kind of work their ways in instead of knotting on the inside and working their way out. Not really sure yet what the difference is, but that's what I've noticed. Another one. Some of them, like this, are just clumps of hair that are just starting. Actually, no, there's some knots in there. Some of them are just like clumped hair and not actually knots, but that's how it's got to start, right? I have noticed that the left side of my head, like I said before, is starting to knot up. Before it wasn't because I didn't sleep on that side. I've been consciously starting to sleep on that side. You'll notice I got a lot more. Some of them are 2-in-1 now. Some of them aren't. Got a lot more on the right side than I do on the left side. I have still been kind of playing with them and rolling them between my fingers. The reason that I'm continuing to do that is because I don't really like the loops and all the kind of zigzags that people get. Um, Still got a bunch in the back. Some of them are starting to kind of knot together. I'm kind of letting them do that. But some of them, if they get kind of too many individual knots in one dread, I do pull them apart and separate them because I don't want one big dread at any point in time in the future. I have not washed my hair since that video, which was, like I said, 5 days ago, because I am going to do it every other week for a while still. Um, show you a few. Some of them are hard to tell because, like I said, the knots are kind of right in the middle, and it looks like it's just a clump of hair, but there is knots in there. And some of them kind of fall apart because of the fact that they're not fully knotted together yet. But I try not to touch them too much, but I have a problem with wanting things to go faster. so I do tend to show you the back. I do tend to play with them a lot, and I got a lot more back here in the back. I can say sleep on my back, and usually on my right side. But I don't know if that's even visible. Hopefully something's visible. But because of the fact that they're so short, it's really hard to show you all of them. It's just like, you can't just grab them and then clump and hold them together. You're going to have to individually show them. This one was like 3 different knots, and it started to knot together into one. But one needs to be 2, some of them needs to be 3. Like I said, I don't really like loops. I don't really like flat spots. So I've been grabbing them and kind of shaping them. And so far it hasn't seemed to hurt me. It might a little bit. It might make them not a little bit slower because I tear certain hairs out. But I'm a little OCD, so I don't mind. I'd rather it take a little bit longer than have characteristics that I don't like. Zigzags, I'm not too, I don't hate them too much. Just the loop itself, the whole having a CD-sized shaped flat thing on my head, I don't really want that. I'd rather it hurt for a second when I pull them apart than have all those kind of abnormalities, I guess. Again, I don't have too many on either side, but I do have more. Seems to be on the right side. I have not made anything to cover them. I was using a beanie, which I actually lost, but because they're so short, it doesn't look good to just have them. If I need to go somewhere important to have my hair just strewn around like this, I gotta cover it. Like if I go to work or something. Which tomorrow is also my last day of work before I move. Well, that might be all I have to say. Just wanted to show people how things are going. Hopefully you can see some of that. It's hard to see when it's short, but thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below if you can. It'll help out this channel, make it more popular. Thanks.